Tonight, the pastor planning to burn copies of the Quran on Saturday says he won't change his mind.
The pastor thinks it will send a message that radical Islam will not be tolerated.
It is possibly time for us in a new way to actually stand up, confront terrorism. There is something very much wrong with our policies.
Terry Jones is planning to burn on this weekend's anniversary of 9/11. But an Oklahoma counterterrorism expert says the Florida pastor's actions will come with major consequences. David Sid sat down with our Colleen Chen tonight.
Well, Amy Kelly, David Sid spent 20 years in counterterrorism with the FBI. Now he's the director of the Memorial Institute for the Prevention of Terrorism here in Oklahoma City. He says if the burn takes place, it will be a dangerous setback for the image of Americans in the Middle East. It comes as the Muslim American community launches an awareness campaign.
Shalom.
As the Torah teaches,
The Prophet Muhammad said,
Jesus said, do unto others
as one loves oneself.
love your neighbor as yourself.
It is a message about common ground.
If we don't have our rights,
is at the heart of American freedom.
you don't have your rights.
We forget that, but I think it's really important that we kind of come back to that.
The public service announcements are from the Council on American-Islamic Relations, geared, they say, to diffuse anti-Muslim hysteria like the Quran burning proposal in Gainesville, Florida.
The notion that burning the Quran helps us in some way defend against that, I think, is absurd.
MIPT's David Sid has concerns about what will happen if a bonfire of 100 Muslim holy books actually takes place. He has one word for Pastor Terry Jones.
Stop. And I hope that he does, because the outcome could mean lives lost and certainly putting Americans at risk.
He says it's not only troops and Americans abroad who will have to be on heightened alert, but also all of us at home.
It's not wise, and it just shouldn't happen.
Sid calls the Dove World Outreach Center's book-burning plan absurd.
To offend an entire religious community, to simply make a point against a fringe of that community that is acting badly, it doesn't make sense to me.
This is not what happens in America. You don't go around burning other people's holy books.
The burn is scheduled for the anniversary of 9/11.
When my friend came up to me and told me that Sean Powell was on the list,
The sadness of September 11th is the message of other CAIR videos.
that's really when it hit me, and I was like, okay, this is real. I'm a New York City firefighter, and I responded to 9/11, and I am a Muslim.
And MIPT plans to monitor the Quran burning situation and any backlash. To see all of CAIR's public service announcements, just go to click on news9.com.